Hey guys, Be Twice here. Today is Saturday, July 24th. We're going to be taking a look at a few stocks from the Fang Gang to see what we have been looking at, what we've seen in the market so far, and where we are probably going with these. Okay, so we're going to take a look at Facebook first because obviously Facebook had a ripper. It closed up 5.3% on Friday due to the social media frenzy going on with Snapchat and Twitter, and obviously posting blowout earnings. So with that being said, let's take a look at what we saw coming up to this week from Facebook. So Facebook topped for a wave three. We had an ABC correction down for our wave four. Our wave four ended right at this 335 range. Since then, we're in the process of a five-wave impulse to the upside, which I see taking Facebook somewhere to this 400 range. So basically, let's take a look at that. We popped up for a one, we pulled back for a two. We had this doji on the downside. That's why it's purple, because I have my dojis labeled as purple. It takes us down for a two, and now we're seeing a five-wave move up for our three. I see a one, a two, a three, a four. So I see how we closed out here on Friday as a four, and we're going to see another five-wave impulse up for a three, and I see that taking us somewhere into this 380 range. From there, we should see a three-way pullback. So if you're not already in Facebook, I wouldn't try to get in for this move up, just in case maybe I miscounted, maybe our three's already topped and we're in the process of coming down. But we want to look for a three-wave move to the downside to get an entry for our four, because I see our wave five price target is somewhere up here in this 400 range. So once we've clearly found our wave three top, and maybe it is here. Maybe we don't bust through again early next week to take us up to this 380 range. If the markets open up bad on Monday, we might see a flush. If the flush takes us lower, then it'll be pretty clear that that was our wave three, and then we'll be looking for our wave four price target. Basically, what we'll do is we'll end up taking a retracement from where wave two bottomed up to the top of three, and then that will give us our target for wave four. And then we'll look for a three-wave move to the downside to make our entry on Facebook, and then hopefully get our launch from there up to this $400 range. So I do still think that three swings, seven swings, or 11 swings on Facebook are a buy, because I do see us going up to this 400 range, and I think they're going to completely obliterate earnings. So some other good things that we're actually seeing from this. So we're increasing on increasing volume, which is always a good sign. That's confirming that we're in an uptrend. It's confirming the trend. And then also we've broken out of the bearish divergence that we were seeing, and I expect to see this RSI now as support as it's coming back down. So right now it is a little overbought. So we will see some downside. I still think we'll get a little bit more pop in the beginning of the week, and then we'll probably see some downside. But ultimately, as it's falling, I would expect that we'll catch some support off of here, and I do still think we'll see Facebook, nearing 400 here in these upcoming months if we don't see it in the upcoming weeks due to earnings. All right, let's take a look at Apple. So Apple, there's still two things that could be potentially in play, and same thing with Amazon when we look at it, and that's the possibility that the bottom may not be in. So let's look at both counts, and then we'll talk about which one I like. So what I'm seeing so far is that we popped up for a one, we pulled back for a two, we finished our three, and that we've either bottomed for four or we're looking for our four bottom. So let's go over the bull count first. The bull count first is that the bottom is in, meaning that this is a four. We've already hit our four. We had an ABC move to the downside, and that we bottomed at 141. Basically, what we're seeing now is we're seeing a five-wave move impulse to the upside, which is going to be a higher degree wave one. So forget this B. So it's going to be a higher degree wave one, and we're going to be pulling back for a two, and then ultimately from there it's going to get sent up into this 160 range. So the bears are saying, hey, the bulls are saying, hey, we've bottomed. We're in a five-wave move to the upside for a one. We're going to see a retracement for a two, and it's going to be a three-wave move to the downside, but it's going to be shallow, meaning it's not going to go below our bottom here. It's going to be shallow. It's going to be a buyable dip, and then from there we're going to get launched up into this 160 range. Okay, so that's the bull count. The bear count is that no, the four bottom is not in, meaning that over here is going to end up being our wave four. What they're seeing this is that this is an A. So ignore this four. This right here, this bottom was an A, and that we're popping up for a B, and that we're ultimately going to flush down for a C. So what they think is that, hey, somewhere in this range, we're going to get rejected. We're going to see a three-wave move down, just like the bulls see the three-wave move, but that three-wave move is going to take us lower, and we're going to follow this red line, and we're going to bottom somewhere in this 140 range. If this does happen and the bear count is correct, this is going to be a very, very viable dip. And honestly, it will be a blessing if it happens. I would almost prefer that it happens, just because it's going to be a great entry, and I still see Apple in the near future, in the upcoming months, going up to this 155, 160 range. So if it can get a serious flush down to 140, it's going to be another great time for us to buy the dip. Now, with that being said, I do not favor the bear count. Why do I not favor the bear count? Well, I'm seeing a clear three waves. I'm seeing an A, a B, and a C. So I'm thinking we already had our ABC move and that here was our C bottom. It did pass the 23.6. It didn't go all the way to 38.2, but I'm thinking that this was bottom and that we're in a five-wave move up for one. We're going to see a three-wave move down for two, and that we're going to buy this dip. Either way, once we top and we see our pullback, we're going to look for three swings, and that's where we're going to make our entry. And we're going to be looking for our price target of the 160. 165 range for our wave 5 price target. Now, earnings this week, it's a huge lotto play, kind of. At the end of the day, if earnings are terrible, then we probably are going to follow this bear count. If earnings are great, then we're probably going to follow this bull count. Unless we go into earnings with no sell-off at all, then time will tell exactly how this thing plays out. Now, one other good thing that we are seeing from Apple is that we've actually broken above. We had bearish divergence going on before the drop, and since then we've actually broken above it. So we'll look to hold that for support, and I'm still thinking that, hey, we'll go a little bit higher. We'll head into overbought range. We'll sell off. Maybe we'll come down and we'll catch support on this RSI trend line, and ultimately we'll get sent from here. So I do favor that we are in a 1, and then we'll pull back for a 2, and then ultimately we'll go 3, 4, 5 to get our wave 5 price target of somewhere in the 160 range. All right, let's look at Amazon. So similar to Apple, there's bear and there's bull count for this. The one negative about the one negative about Amazon is I'm not seeing anything good out of the RSI right now. So the basically what I'm seeing is that we're in the move to finish off this yellowish wave 3, and that we're in a wave 5 of this yellowish wave 3, or we're looking for our 4 bottom. Um, so let's look at the whole sequence up. So we had a 1, 2, we popped up for a 3, and that we've either bottomed for 4 or we're in the process of bottoming for 4, and that we're in somewhat of a rally. So Amazon's been pretty much weak as well during this entire trading week, and that makes me extremely nervous and makes me think that, hey, this bear count could be correct. So let's go over the bull and bear count. The bull count is that we've already had our entire move down, and that this whole sequence here was an ABC move, even though it's not clear to me that it is. But if this whole thing is an ABC move down, then we've already bottomed for 4. So the bulls are saying, hey, 4's already passed 38.2% retracement. If to go lower, it'd have to be a 50% retracement. So the bulls are saying, no way. The bottom is in. This is a wave 4. We've popped it for a 1. We've pulled back for a 2. We're in the process of a 3, 4, 5 to the upside, and then that's going to be a 1. We're going to pull back for a 2, and then we're going to go 3, 4, 5 up, and that's going to be taking us up to this 3,800 range, 3,900 range. So the bulls are saying, nope, bottom's in. We're going up to 3,800 plus. And then let's go over the bear count. The bear count is that we pulled up for a 1, pulled back for a 2, we've gone up for a 3. This whole sequence down is not a 4. It's an A. It's an A. We have an A instead of a 1 here, what I'm labeling as a 1, it's an A, it's a B, and that we're going up for our C. So really it'd be A, B, and then we're going up for C, and that C is going to be not a 5, but it's going to be a B, meaning we're going to get somewhere up here and we're going to get rejected. And when we get rejected, we're going to head lower and we're going to follow this red line. So the bulls are saying, hey, we're going to come down and we're going to rally. The bears are saying we're not going to rally. We're going to see 3 swings down, pop up, and obviously it's going to be our bear 4 bottom is somewhere near 3,400. So it's not good. If Amazon does follow the bear count, it's going to get completely decimated. Amazon likes to see huge sell-offs around earnings time, and it makes me nervous. I do have a long position in Amazon. I still think dips are a buy because whether you're looking at your bear count or your bull count, I still see Amazon heading 3,800 plus. Time will tell, but I do still see as all dips are a buy in Amazon, but my conviction on Amazon is not as high as it is on Facebook and Apple, simply because of the price action that we saw this week. I do really like Amazon as a long-term stock, but around earnings, it makes me nervous. So if you're going to play options, I would recommend buying time. That way you have yourself maybe a September or October or November position, because we still should see 3,800 plus, 3,900 plus in these upcoming months. But this earnings season, even though they like to blow out earnings, they like to sell off, so you want to be careful. All right, guys, if you like these videos, go ahead and hit like and subscribe.